Hello, everyone, and welcome. Ready for this? To your final module. You have completed all the modules for this class, and which is wonderful because we now have all of these different surveys and frameworks, digital engagement frameworks that we now can give to other nonprofits. So I think most of you know this, but the whole way that you get all your service learning is because every single module, all the activities you do, those all go to nonprofits, which I know I've talked to you before. So just so you know, that's what you're doing. And the very last part then is your community projects. Some of you are finished, some of you are still working on those. So module 11 is dedicated to ending out the course and then also completing those projects. So as you'll see in the overview, make sure to visit the community project page, not that you've been there dozens of times, so you know what to do for your community project. All right, don't forget to do that. You cannot pass the class without doing the community project. You all know this. Most of you are all finished or almost finished, so you're in a good way. All right, then no preheat, and then just make sure everything is turned in by May 6th, specifically your community project, but each of you has a specific due date for yours. So the May 6th is really just like an overview of everything. All right, so then for your readings this week and media links. First of all, the organizational group, it is your turn. The content group has given you all the amazing local social activism that we have. And remember that in collaborations. So activism content is where they have provided all of the different social media platforms they've chosen that they're like, this one is great, it's super awesome, and we think that it should be recognized. So in this document, you then have, look at, they even did some nice things to you and they put it into Instagram to let you know. All right, so you're going to pull each of these. So you are going to actually copy and actually cut this out of this document. So this document eventually will be fully blank. All right, because where you're putting these is into the local social activism. So in this local social activism page, this is a collection and combination from all the past semesters that have done this. All right, so you're going to see that it starts off with, well, we've got Kimmery here put this in, but this is going to be your Instagram section. So anything that falls under Instagram, put it in this section. We've got a Snapchat section, we've got a TikTok section, we've got a Facebook section. So just take the ones off of this document, look at what they said, and double check them. Like, I believe this one has already been covered in the local activism. So you're going to have to double check in this large one. If it's already on there, I want you to leave it in here and put next to it already present in the local social activism document. That way I know, and that way we don't count those, okay? This one's Instagram, but just look at what their platform is. This one is also Instagram. There's going to be, I think, a lot of Instagrammers. You see so many Instagrams. We'll see if we have anything else. I don't know if we do. Here we go. We got a Facebook. All right. So just look through these, and then you are going to organize them and transfer them over onto this document. So make sure if you're on this team, like, I don't want to see this one all by itself. This needs to be underneath another account. All right, so make sure to move that under the correct one. So that is your mission. You are on that mission this week because the content team has already given you all of the information. All right, then the rest of the module, also you're going to have a survey that you're going to do. Other than that, we don't have any readings for this week. If you are on the curatorial editing project, I have all of the information about how you're going to set up your project. All right, so no media links or readings, obviously. Announcement page you know about. Now, everybody else, if you are not on the editorial curation team, bye and thank you. Continue to work on your projects. I know some of you are still finishing up and scheduling your UNO documentaries. Actually, you can stick around too because this will apply to you. Social media, you're all doing great. No repeats. That's been the biggest reason why people have gotten points off is they're repeating artists or they're repeating information. Don't do that. And our newsletter, you're full force, you're doing it, keep going with it, you're good. So social media and newsletter, you can leave. UNO documentaries and also editorials, you might want to stick around. Editorial, definitely stick around. All right, so this is going to give you a breakdown of the steps of how to post your work on Via Nulla V. Both of you are posting your work to Via Nulla V. You know, documentaries as articles, and the editorial, you are scheduling out and making sure all of those pieces have all of the needed information. They're perfectly edited and they're ready to go. I have a video for you, right, that's going to break this all down. But if you want to learn through text, then I have it also broken down by text throughout all of this. All right. You've already done your profile. You do not have to worry about editing your profile because you're already in there. I've given you your needing status. So how to post step 3. So this is going to go into how to create the post. Editorial, this is already done for you. UNO docs, you need to make sure that you follow this, right? So that way you know how to actually create your post. Again, this is all in the video. We've gone over it also in our meetings. Then adding media. If, for example, editorial crew, you have a piece that's written, but it has no photos, you need to make sure that you add in photos. UNO docs, you know you're going to be adding in the documentary, so you're going to add in that YouTube video. You're also going to be adding in photos for the featured image. Make sure you follow this adding media. All right. And I give you a step-by-step with pictures of how to do this. Then if you are going to be putting in the excerpt, editorial crew, you definitely need this. And if they don't have it, you need to add it. You know you're going to need it as well. This gives you a breakdown. If you don't see the excerpt box on the back end of the VNLV WordPress page, I give you a breakdown of what to do to make sure you have that excerpt box. You have to write 2 to 3 sentence introduction for your piece. Don't forget to do this. This is how people get points off for their community project. Make sure every single piece has an excerpt box with that 2 to 3 introduction. All right. You also need to make sure it has a featured photo. I give you the breakdown here of how to put in that featured photo. That way, when it shows on the front page of VNLV, they don't just see words, they see a photo with it. You can use any image in the back end of VNLV, right? This will show you how to go into media and make sure that you choose an image for the piece. Badge, all of them are going to be VNOLA. So just make sure that you choose VNOLA for your badge. That's very easy. Just make sure that box is checked. Don't choose any other one. Then the tags, make sure that you have your name because you're editing or you're putting these up for UNO, my name, the class name and term. So like if it was Alternative Journalism Fall 2020, and now add about between 5 and 10 more tags. Who's the author of the piece? What's the concept of the piece? If it's for UNO documentary, make sure you put in UNO documentaries. All of that information of the tags is going to be what they would research on Google that would pull up that information. Then categories. You only add subcategories. Don't do the large categories. So just like an outline, don't do the ones that are all the way to the left, do the indented ones. Only choose no more than 2. Have to have at least 1, no more than 2. All right. And just look through them and figure out which category fits with your topic. All right. Then when this is ready to go, you're both going to have 2 different options. UNO, you make sure for those documentaries, you put it in pending review. Then you email me. You've got them scheduled, but you email me and then I check them, make sure that they're good to go. And then you get to actually put them for ready for editor. All right. And this is your checklist of before I put it into pending review, I want all of this to be taken care of. Then editorial, you're moving them straight into being scheduled. They're already in ready for editor, so you don't need to do this. But when you have them scheduled, excuse me, then you're going to email me and I'm going to check your schedule, make sure they're all done correctly. All right. So then you're good to go. Now you can go into the survey. All right. So you are going to complete this survey and it's got to be completed. Just do it before May 3rd at AM to receive the credit, but just do it right away and then you don't have to worry about it. All right. And then you should be good. So that is the last of the module. Let me know if you have any questions. You all are going to have the large chunk. You can put your questions here on the discussion board or just email me. You all are going to have the large chunk at this point because now you're doing the in community project. So make sure to let me know if you have any issues or run into any problems. All right. Thank you all. Bye-bye.